you in my car.
Mr. Darnell, you think I can start calling kids now?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be 8th and 7th?
Does Mr. Watt have it figured out over there?
I'm trying to get the link for him. Luke, can you explain to me maybe why this isn't working?
It should happen before first, you know.
No, it's fine. It's just I want to see if I can do this. So it's higher.
The hair though.
Dude, you're in the way.
I know. Could you fit that on his head? Could that go on her head?
What, this? There's no way that. Oh, you know what? One mic.
Okay, guys, this is I'm giving this to Mr. Watt now, so everything from here on out, try not to talk here.
Gotcha. Did you get it? Here, I'll go try and get one.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll have to switch me.
At this time, students that are on 8-7, 8th grade students that are on 8-7, please report to the auditorium.
Oh my god. I don't like Rudy, so I'll stay over here.
Students that are on team 8, please report to the auditorium.
the numbers.
excited about what we're going to participate here in the next couple of days. I think it's something that is very worthwhile to all of us, and I think all of us have had an experience with what we're going to talk about. And I know that our middle school will come through as we participate in this program the next couple of days, because there's other schools in our district that will be participating. As we did the other day, for right now, I need you to be in a formal kind of setting as we have a couple guest speakers, a couple performers to show you what we're going to be doing, okay? I'd like to introduce Miss Hilbert. Miss Hilbert.
For a really great cause, and I come from an organization called Four Diamonds, and I wanted to give you a little background and let you know a little bit more about what your mini-thon is and who you're helping. So Four Diamonds started over 40 years ago when a young boy about your age was diagnosed with cancer, and during his treatment he was in school and he was asked, his whole class was, to write an autobiography. Anyone know what an autobiography is? Story about your life written by yourself. So Christopher Millard is the young boy who was in treatment at the time, and his teacher charged him with writing an autobiography. Well, he didn't want to write about himself because all he'd been doing for the last 2 years was fighting his cancer. He'd been in and out of treatment, he'd had a number of surgeries, he had chemotherapy, radiation, lost all of his hair, he was feeling really ill, and he just wasn't interested in writing about himself. So he went up to his English teacher after class and said, "Is there any way I can not do this assignment? I don't want to write about myself." Well, his English teacher was very familiar with Christopher's journey that he had been on. But you know how English teachers are, right? She said, "Well, you still have to do the assignment, but I'll do you one better. How about if you write about whatever you want to write about?" And Christopher Millard was a very creative guy. So he wrote a story about a knight named Sir Millard, who was captured by an evil sorceress. And in order to gain his freedom from the evil sorceress, Sir Millard would have to overcome 4 obstacles or challenges, and along the way collect 4 diamonds. The diamond of courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength. And if he was able to do this, he would become a knight of the Round Table and of course gain his freedom. Well, the story has a very happy ending, and Sir Millard was indeed able to collect courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength, and he became a knight of the Round Table. I'm sure you guys understand the symbolism in the story that Sir Millard stood for, of course, the young boy fighting cancer, Christopher Millard. Anybody have any idea who the evil sorceress might represent? Cancer. Did you say the English teacher? No, not the English teacher. So, that was symbolic for Chris on his journey through cancer, was to collect those 4 diamonds, and he felt those were characteristics or attributes he needed to win his battle against cancer. Unfortunately, just a few months after writing the story, Christopher passed away from his cancer. However, his parents, within hours of his death, contacted Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital and said, "We want to start an organization that will help kids that come after Chris and help make their journey a little more positive along the way and hopefully to a much happier ending." And that's how Four Diamonds was born. The largest contributor to Four Diamonds, you guys have probably all heard of Penn State University's Thon, and that is the largest student-run philanthropy in the world. So Thon has been donating to Four Diamonds for a number of years at this point. When the year that they first hit $1 million, some students, much like yourselves, kind of stood up and took notice. And they said the work that those students up at Penn State are doing is obviously amazing. They're raising a lot of money. It looks like a lot of fun, and they're doing some really great stuff, and they're only a few years older than we are. And that is how the first Mini-Thon was born. So you guys are joining in the Mini-Thon world, and you're joining over 200 other schools that host events called Mini-Thon while raising money to help kids who need it. And why childhood cancer? As your principal had mentioned, many of you have been touched by cancer within your lives. I think almost every one of us knows someone who has fought a battle against cancer. And childhood cancer is the #1 leading cause of death by disease among kids, more than most other diseases that kids get combined. Every day, imagine this, 2 classrooms of kids will be diagnosed with childhood cancer. 1 in 5 of them will lose that battle. So So that's an 80% success rate. And while 80% might look pretty good on your math exam, we don't think 80% is high enough when it comes to children dying of a disease that we can find a cure for. We feel very strongly that with your help, we will do just that. Those 4 children that walk away cancer-free, that are able to be treated and put into remission, almost all of them, almost 100%, have debilitating side effects. Permanent hearing loss, blindness, secondary cancers, infertility, so they go forward the rest of their lives saddled with what cancer has done to them. So what we do at Four Diamonds with the money that you raise, and last year, by the way, $4.3 million was raised by kids like you with the Minithon program. It's amazing, it is. It's something to be really proud of, and it's done by kids. So we have some colleges and universities that hold a Minithon, high schools, middle, elementary, and nursery school held a Minithon last year. 3-year-olds got dressed up in their fluffy skirts and their bow ties and went out and canned to their parents as they left the school. These kids can't write their own name or tie their own shoe, but they can make a difference in the fight against childhood cancer. Our elementary school students aren't old enough to babysit, but they can certainly care, and they can do something that makes a difference against childhood cancer. Many of you maybe aren't old enough to babysit, or probably none of you drove here today, am I right? So you're not able to do a lot of the things that grown-ups are able to do and to create some big changes in the world. There's an election coming up. You can't vote. You can't decide if you want Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, or Kanye. Not Kanye, next time. So there's a whole host of things that you are not able to do. But I'm here today to help you kick off something that you are perfectly capable of doing. So what you're going to be doing from here until your Minithon is amazing and powerful and impactful. So we appreciate all of the help that you're about to give with your Minithon. The money that you raise goes toward 3 categories. The first, and is the one that we feel very strongly about, is research. We're researching every day for a cure or better treatment options so that the kids that are cured don't have those side effects. And that someday you can talk about childhood cancer like we discussed polio and black lung and things that have been cured and taken care of. Research is key. The second thing is we take care of all of the medical bills of any child treated at Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital. They never even receive a bill. That means that they can focus on getting their child well and not whether they can afford chemo. And the last thing is staff support at the hospital, like a music therapist that will play guitar with the child until they feel calm enough to go to sleep after a really intense treatment. Or child life workers that, anyone ever have an MRI? Right, did it hurt? It didn't hurt, but was it scary? It's scary. So imagine if you're 5 and you have to have an MRI. So a child life worker will talk with these children about what this MRI is going to look like. It's going to be loud, and you're going to have to hold really still, and it's going to last this long, but it isn't going to hurt. And it will make that child feel a little bit better about what they have ahead of them. So we're able to do all of those things because of the work that you guys are about to do. And I just want to start and end with a big thank you for your dedication and your support to our cause. I'm excited that no matter what, at the end of this, Minithon is super fun, but please know that what you're doing is sealing the deal, that your generation will be known for more than just the whip, the nay-nay, and the dab. You'll also be known for really caring a lot. I want to show you a quick video about Minithon so you have a little bit of an idea of what you have ahead of you.
We are making a difference.
We are changing the world.
Changing the world. We are Minithon.
We are
Minithon.
We are Minithon.
Minithon is an event which we bring together the community.
Students volunteer their time to raise money for kids who are fighting pediatric cancer.
It's a lot of things. It's all about the kids. That's always at the forefront of our minds, just kind of trying to help out the kids.
Sometimes it's an all-night long thing, or maybe it's 6 hours.
We're always moving, we're on our feet, there's no sitting.
We have sports tournaments, we have like basketball, dodgeball, soccer.
We have DJ all night to keep the music going, to keep us all pumped up.
We spend the year doing fundraisers in order to raise money. That way for this one night event, we can raise as much as possible and get as many people involved.
You cannot not have fun at our Minithon. We're really proud of that.
Fund?
Four Diamonds helps kids with pediatric cancer. It helps their families pay for things that their insurance doesn't cover.
And a lot of the money also goes out to research to help find a cure.
It feels really great knowing that what we're doing right now will have a lasting impact on children with pediatric cancer throughout the next 100 years.
I think it's very important for students to be involved and give back to the community, and it's important for them to realize that they can make a difference with other people who are battling such a horrible disease.
The education value, it's valuable because you're learning about how to give back, you're learning how to run a giant event like a mini-thon is. It's hands-on, they're organizing, they're making things happen. It'll be fun doing it, they'll be laugh together, we cry together. It's a very valuable time.
When it first started, it mostly was high schools, and now it's in elementary schools with kids that are aged 5 to 11. Even though you're a kindergartner, there's a lot of things that you can do to help other people.
One of the most rewarding things for me as a teacher isn't even what I do in the classroom. It's become this. This event for us has really become probably the biggest source of school spirit that we have.
This event is really one in which really forces them to look beyond their own individual world and really makes them more compassionate and really better people.
Minithon taught me community service.
Community service.
School pride. School pride.
Leadership skills.
Minithon taught me the ability to be selfless, to help other kids.
The importance of helping out when you can.
Minithon taught me to give back.
To give
back.
Minithon taught me to be thankful for what I have.
That I can make a difference.
That I can change the world.
Being around any Four Diamond family, you can just see how much they appreciate what you're doing. As you see the smiles on these kids' faces, then you see their parents, and they're so relieved that just another stress factor is taken away from the situation.
And the families, like whenever you're talking to them and they have a tear in their eye, like you know you did something great.
I do believe that one day they're going to find a cure for cancer, and just to step back and realize that I had a small part in that. Anyone can have a small part in that, and that's really why I had Econ.
For the kids.
For the cure.
We won't stop.
We won't stop.
We won't stop.
Until we conquer childhood cancer.
Until we conquer childhood cancer.
Conquer childhood cancer.
For ourselves alone die with us, but those that we do for others and humanity live on forever. So I truly hope that you take this opportunity to do your part to change the world. Have fun with your Minithon. Thanks for being a great audience.
We have a performance from our high school cheerleading team. One of our members of our cheerleading team and National Honor Society has performed a dance that they're doing up at the high school for their mini-con. first one we're going to start with, each of your teachers will have a jar where you can put pennies in. Okay, there's a little competition with that. Pennies are considered positive numbers. Okay, so if you put 500 pennies for your teacher, she has 500 points. However, like today, for example, Mr. Toomey put if you put pennies in, they count as positive money, but if you put coins in there that are silver, or you put paper money in, they count as negative numbers. So for example, today, Mr. Toomey went to Mrs. Fry's class and put a $5 bill in her jar. So I know we have great mathematicians because I'm sure Mr. Dunkerberger's taught you positive and negative numbers, so now she's at negative 500 points. Okay? So pennies count as positive numbers. Coins, silver coins or bills count as negative numbers. Now, why is this important? The team that has the most points will win a picnic lunch from us, where you'll spend the afternoon outside in the stadium. You'll have a picnic lunch outside, and then we'll have a lot of picnic games out there for you to play and compete among each other. The team that has the most positive points will earn this. So you'll spend an afternoon outside for your team only. So once again, that is our first contest that we'll have now. As was talked about before, and you saw in the videos, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take, there's over 600 people in this audience, it doesn't take a lot. Even if you just bring in 10 pennies and you put it in, that helps. That helps. And it's just a generosity. How can I help? Well, help. If you have 10 pennies laying around, just pick them up and throw them in your teacher's jar, wherever she has set aside for the mini cup. And that's the way we can help. We will have other events throughout our mini-con that we will announce that you'll be able to participate and be part of a group to do that. Okay? For tomorrow, I don't know, teachers, if you want to email me somebody in your room that put the most money in your jar, and I'll give 3 of these away tomorrow. Just email me the name and the person in your room that put the most money in your jar, and you'll get one of these. We got 3 of these, so it'll be 3 winners that will get that. Ms. Robinson, anything else? Awesome. How long are we going to run this? We're going to run this for about a month. Our main event is going to be April 2nd. It's a Saturday. It's going to be up at the high school, and it starts at 11 to 5 o'clock. And we will give you more information about that. Okay? Tomorrow's the first day of March. Tomorrow we start our mini-con, and we're going to be competing against other schools in our district. Okay? So once again, our first contest will be the penny jars in your teacher's rooms. Try to put as many pennies in there, or sabotage another teacher and make them get negative points. Okay? Once again, how about a big hand for all the and you never know, if we're the school with the biggest money, there might be a couple things that we can